People like Red Dog, Google had a big pro gap and it didn't hold it, and so did Microsoft. Okay, it didn't. So the trade changed. Google had a gap here, right? This gap was this entire thing. And guess what? Now this gap is like this. It had a big move to the highs. Maybe it was too much. All I know is that I wasn't in Google, but if you were, you had to stop out. And now I think Google might be interesting here. Google, it's up 30 cents. I was going to think if it's down, maybe the story here is not over. They just delivered. They have a dividend, the buyback. So I would think that this dip is viable. Microsoft, it too, it had a gap here. It's over. There's no pro earnings gap there now. That trade is done. So if you're in this for a pro earnings gap, that gap is now gone, and it's just big range, and we'll have to figure out what's next, and it'll help because Microsoft is a leader. I will say Snap is still in the pro earnings gap. Snap did well yesterday. I actually bought it at the dip. I'm still long Snap. I got paid very handsomely with the options. So as long as it holds its 1378, I will stay with it because that means the trade is still intact. If it happens to take this out, cool. Some guys are like, hey, I'm buying every dip in Meta. I stayed away yesterday. At this point, Meta is still in the penalty box, has a pro earnings gap above it, kind of went below 431, came back above it. You could put this here now. It's still above this 414, which was the post earnings low. It's just taking its time. You don't want to overtrade it, but you want to watch it because the Meta story is probably not done either.